All right, we can talk again. Sorry, I had to make sure it was on the right.
That's
I didn't want us to say anything important while the audio was not hearable.
Yeah. So basically, you guys are on kind of the northwest part of the map where Kakakatak's chamber is. If you go south from there, the red Great Plaza, that's a way out. But where it says Titan Horror, that's where he said the creature was. That's not a good idea. On the far east side, where you see Polyp Trapdoor, that's where you guys need to go. It's a little spoilery, but honestly, it's not that spoilery.
Because we passed the bunkhouse. Okay, cool.
Yeah, when you guys came in, you went from the cultist entrance to the bunkhouse to that first left that took you to the nursery, and then at the nursery, you went straight north to Huston's headquarters.
Okay. Okay, I see. So the nursery was that pit where the babies were being raised.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't do too bad for the part of it that we've had discovered.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Yeah. It's a little odd how they got the tunnels, but it's not a relatively simple map. It's actually pretty good. I like it. It says, go ahead.
Do you want me to switch off of it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I noticed you said it was a little spoilery, and I was like, is that Cavern of the Mimi where we were before? Or is that...
Yeah, but it doesn't have any way out of it.
Nice. Cool. Just wondering.
So, yeah. That's cool. So he says, that is the best information I can give you to get to where you need to go. I will not go with you.
I understand. But we must do what we must do, gentlemen. If this is where we part, this is where we part.
So all this has been going on in the minds of Claudius and Dalphus. Aaron, what are you doing while you stand there?
Oh yeah, he didn't touch you.
You're not hearing anything Kakakatak is saying. You're just hearing what Dalphus and Claudius are saying.
Right. So because I wasn't going to let Kakakatak touch me. There is no way that was happening.
Claudius and Aaron just don't get along at all.
No.
Claudius does not think highly of
I don't like you, Claudius. I did put the gun down, but it's still out, and I'm just watching intently because I don't trust any of this at this point. I'm interested in the map, and I'm interested in getting this mission over with and out of here. But I'm just going to wait for them to relay information to us.
Well, we need to go put a capstone on a whole, because Claudius at this point is probably hardly aware or just realizing that Aaron could not hear any of that.
Where on the map is the capstone supposed to be?
The Polyp Trapdoor.
Yeah.
Polyp Trapdoor.
On the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Way over there.
But looking at the map that the Yithian drew, I would say we go back to
Huston's area.
I'm sorry?
I was going to say Huston's area, the way we came.
Right, go back to Huston's headquarters and then go to that right end or that right tunnel.
Yeah,
because it seems like it's the safest.
We either go that way or we go down to the Purple Dome Temple.
I feel like
we away from purple.
No, purple's okay. It's blue.
The temple was where there might be stuff that would be useful to us.
Right, but the Mimi said something about purple floor was bad.
No, purple was okay.
Blue was bad.
Blue was bad.
Thank you. Okay.
Which that's when he said the great blue area should be relatively safe. Which is what the Mimi said was when you see the blue plaza, there's an area by there that is dangerous.
Right, but if we go down the tunnel through the purple tunnel, that's putting us closer to the bunkhouse. And remember, we left all those capture people go, so that could be an anthill right now with everybody trying to escape that way. And then
they should be going on that path straight south of Heston's headquarters.
Right, but they have to go
the way we told them to go.
But they have to go through the bunkhouse to get.
We've also been in this room for a while, so it's unlikely that they haven't gotten that far out yet.
Even if we, The way that I see it in looking at this map, gentlemen, is even if we should be including Jimmy in this discussion of tactics. He has obviously got a little bit more skill in this than any of us do. But I mean, if we're really concerned about heading down there by the bunkhouse, then we go down potentially to the dome to get anything that might be useful, and then we come back up to Huston's headquarters. But I think we're also gonna be hitting some issues there, because if those people got out, or if they were intercepted by the bunkhouse, they're going to go back to Huston's headquarters to find them, to figure out what happened. So if we're going to go past Huston's headquarters, which is the safest route, because I don't think any of us want to deal with that creature that has been there for, 2 millennia and been growing in the shadows.
Yeah, and just what is marked on the map that says Titan Horror, that doesn't sound like anything we want to mess with.
So we're going to have to kind of quickly pass through Huston's area. It looks like the route that it goes down is the one that we were specifically avoiding last week, because the lights didn't go down very far. It's the eastern tunnel.
Right.
But it looks like that is probably the safest way to go to get to the pit and to the capstone.
And if I remember right, there was plenty of cover where Huston's headquarters was. We could theoretically sneak through it to get to the tunnel.
Yeah, theoretically.
It's all whether or not he rolls an encounter on the encounter table.
Yeah,
and if you guys roll well on your
stealth
sneak.
rolls, yeah. Jimmy, we have a fourth in our party, but he was guarding the outside in case anybody came down this way. Hopefully he hasn't been snipped away. Hopefully he hasn't been kidnapped.
I come in the room with a knife in one hand and gun in the other.
What now?
The,
We're friends here.
are we?
Well, the gentleman
So
of
you let
friends
him
here.
out. I know about that. What's going on?
Oh,
Apparently, if you let it touch you, you'll be able to hear what it's saying, but I didn't let it touch me.
it moves closer to you, Jimmy, and like it's going to touch you. You let it.
Now, Jimmy,
Is this some sort of god?
no. And he hasn't even said he is, which is a plus.
Well, that's a good start. And I actually put up my knife and I'll let him touch me.
So he
He's a
wraps
researcher.
tentacles around both of your arms. Give me a POW.
I failed it.
Good. So you hear his the voice in his head, and again, it's the same New England accent as he untangles your arms from his tentacles, and he says, "Thank you, Mr. Sheridan. It has been a tough time, even when you hate one like you did to kill your own father. I am sorry."
I appreciate your condolences, but not necessary. 2 questions.
Yes.
How long you been here and who locked you up?
I have been here for some time. It's hard to tell the passage. But Dr. Huston woke me from what you would call a stasis state. And then he kept me here. I knew that there would come a time when I would escape, and there was no need for violence until that point.
Sounds smart.
So, Kakakatak, is there something that you can do to help us in our mission?
Other than pointing you in the right direction and perhaps giving you the best route, I don't believe I would feel comfortable. The polyps are quite dangerous.
Polyps?
I believe.
Yeah, I believe the memes have told you they are called the living winds. They are better known to my people as the flying polyps.
Oh, they fly.
Yeah.
Of a sort.
Of a sort. They
Yes.
move in some other way than flying.
They have a foot with 5 toes on it in a radial pattern. They use to hop about, but they also can fly and are able to make themselves unseeable.
Oh, well, that makes
That's
it quite a
going
bit
to
more
be
difficult.
interesting. Any idea how you can see them if you can't see them?
When they decide to attack, they will let you know they're there.
That's
This is
why.
one of many reasons I don't wish to go encounter them.
Most understandable.
They also... So Kakakatak is probably 9 foot tall. He says they are 10 times my height.
How many times?
Did you say 10 times?
Whoa.
Yes.
That's why we have to put
90
them to
foot
In fact,
tall?
That's why we have to put them to sleep.
he motions at Claudius and he says, in fact, their foot is about as tall as you are. In general.
Yeah, I'm gonna not want to encounter these things. But these are the things that we're hoping are not awake and that we need to
Exactly.
make sure the capstone is on so that they're
Okay,
not.
and how big is this capstone?
The hole is big enough for several of the polyps to get through. It depends on how much it's opened on how many could get through at any one time. But I would say 50 meters or 50 feet in diameter.
Is there a mechanism that closes this capstone?
I can't be sure if it's been opened. I'm not sure how it's been opened. Nor can I be sure if there's a mechanism.
Out
don't
of
see that
curiosity,
in
do
the
people
future.
make them?
We did trap them there. At the
But you didn't
time,
make
there was a mechanism. I can barely get the pieces in this room and the other one to do anything.
Okay.
We'll figure
right.
it out. We have to at least try. They already helped us out.
I hope that they aren't hungry and that they don't pay attention to things smaller than them.
But we don't.
Although it looks like everything's smaller than them.
Honestly, gentlemen, I believe that we are misunderstanding the task at hand here. Yes, we put the capstone back. We'll figure that out when we get there and understand it. The polyps are not awake.
Oh.
Remember, the Mimi said that they are waking. They're starting to stir. But they did not say they were awake, so we cannot just assume that they're already out.
We should probably prepare if they are, though, if we ain't got.
I would. Better
Let's
prepare.
hope that they're not, but.
Well, I don't know how we would find out before we get there. So I think we just go.
That's the only thing we can do.
It's either that or we piss off the one. Pardon me, Kakakatak, but we piss off the one race that has been allied with us and helped us thus far. And I'm not into upsetting them either because we have to get out of this desert.
I pat the big Yithian rifle thing. Like, how do these things work against them?
Better than your current gun usage. However, those will lose their charge and will wake others.
So this is a stealth job, okay.
Do you know how to use this properly?
Yes.
Could you instruct me in its proper usage?
He moves to take it from you. Let him.
I've got 2 of them. Might as well.
So he aligns it. It's clearly made for him, for like his race, and it kind of sits with because it's got a weird kind of tripod legs coming off of it. They sit against it as bracers, and he wraps his got that weird third tentacle that has a pod at the end. He wraps that around it, and it just fits there. Because I carry it like this. For you, would be near impossible. And it is, because the thing is freaking huge compared to you. But he kind of unwraps himself from it and hands it back, and he says, that's how I would use it. And however best to point that Would warn you, this seems to be one of a prototype design. If fired too rapidly, it could cause a problem.
Yeah, I have fired it once, and it got rather hot when I used it, so I'm guessing that's what you mean.
Yes, it could. There's potential for explosions as well as burning.
Well, that's good to know.
Well, we knew
Hell of
that
a
it
backfire.
would get hot, yeah.
So I've got more than one. We can fire one and then have the other one in case we need it, while the other one cools off.
Yeah. And if we choose to go through the purple dome, we could possibly see something there, but I doubt that way is going to be very empty either. But whatever we're doing, gentlemen, I think we need to go.
I agree with that.
I've personally
statement.
been under this sand for far too long.
Agree.
A time like the present.
The little pod on the back that comes out of the back of him, kind of hisses for a second, and he says, "Yes, I believe my time here is done as well." And he walks over to one of the panels again and moves several things. I would say levers and such, but it just doesn't look right. And he says, "You have helped me today, and while I cannot repay that, I believe that this mission of yours is most important. And when you see the other winds, more should be revealed to you at that time."
Do you mean the Mimi?
No, they are not a wind. They are related to it, but there is a place. I'm not sure the name. I only know that it deals with winds. That is important.
Is a black wind? Is that what it was? The mountain.
There was a messenger of the black wind. Was, I believe.
I believe that's where you will find Imweru, or find the woman who will be the mother of son of Nyarlathotep.
That was in Kenya that you told us, or I'm sorry, that you told Jewel that she so studiously noted in her journal for me to find at this point, Dalphus, that you highlighted a mountain in Kenya. Well, your help has been invaluable, Kakakatak, and I bid you farewell and good journeys, and I start to walk off.
So as you turn, from the ceiling descends like a downward cone, and it slides down over his head. It kind of looks like that dunce cap. There's a brief shudder in the room, and then he is gone. There's nothing there. The cone is still down, but as soon as he disappears, it starts to go back up kind of into the ceiling.
Well.
Quickly, did we see any of those other weapons in this room or in these rooms? Did we see anything like that?
You search through the rooms. You don't see much of anything else.
Okay. That's fine. I didn't want to take a whole lot of time doing it. I just thought it was prudent to ask.
Sorry, I'm making sure I didn't miss anything that he would have left behind. I need all 4 of you to roll a d6.
6. Oh God, I hope that's good.
I got a 6 as well.
We'll add that to one of the following: astronomy, biology, chemistry, Cthulhu mythos, electronics, geology, physics, or occult.
What were the first ones?
They were all sciences. Honestly, if you don't have any sciences already, Shawn, I would suggest Cthulhu mythos or occult as probably the places to put them.
Yeah,
those 2 are going to be.
I'm
the
going to
best
put it
ones.
into it.
But is Cthulhu mythos going to lower our sanity by that much as well? Mechanically?
No, I'm sorry. Did you ask me?
If we add to Cthulhu mythos, does that lower our sanity?
It does. Yes, it does.
By the same amount?
Yeah. Well, it lowers
Yeah.
it lowers
so
your
it doesn't
max.
lower your sanity. It
Lowers your max.
lowers your potential sanity from 100.
Oh, gotcha.
So you will no longer be able to whatever because your Cthulhu Mythos I think is the highest in the group. Dalphus at like probably what, at 12 now maybe.
Yeah.
If I add this 6, I'll be at a 16.
Oh, okay. So anything. So take 99, subtract that number. So that would put you at 87. You could not go above 87 in sanity ever. It is a permanent cap, and the more Cthulhu Mythos you know, the more that cap comes down.
Gotcha.
It's you also when he disappears and the thing starts to go in, you all feel almost like a reverberation in your ears, and then it's as though the world makes a little more sense. So no matter if you took it in one of the sciences or Cthulhu Mythos or occult, it's like there was a clearing in your mind, a little bit of fog, and things just make a little more sense. Also, you see that. Oh no, you don't. Never mind. That's fine.
I roll a spot hidden. What else do I see?
No. He didn't. There was no threat here, so it doesn't activate the other things. Don't worry about that.
Okay, good. All right, well, gentlemen, I feel slightly better. Let us head on, please.
So just to double check, we're definitely heading back to Huston's headquarters.
Well, we
and
have
from
to
there-
go there at least.
Yeah.
That's the first stop. Then we
Alright.
decide where to go from there. I feel like, I don't know, man. If he said there's as many cultists in here as he seemed to indicate, I don't know.
Well, let's get back to where we need to be to keep moving forward, and we'll make a decision once we get there.
Sure.
So what is the path that you guys are taking?
Up into so on the map from
Going to
Kakakatak's
Huston's?
chamber, going straight to Huston's chamber, which would have been like the
Yeah,
upper
back the way we
northwest arc
Okay.
on the loop.
Okay, and then from there.
That's what we were going to decide, which way. So do we want to?
If there's not a lot of cultists there, I'm fine with us scouting the temple. But if there's a lot of cultists there, I want to just sneak through and head down that other corridor to get to the polyps.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah.
The idea of going into a temple to the Sandbat, does that sound like a good idea for someone who's paranoid?
No, but
Okay,
I wasn't
so-
exactly talking in character, so sorry.
Okay. No, that's okay. I just wanted to.
No, I don't. I want out at this point. In fact, I want to just blow up this whole place. That's
Well,
where it's at.
You do not have enough dynamite to blow up the whole place.
No.
There's just too much here.
And
Yeah.
we need a way out before we detonate anything, Aaron. I know
Agreed.
you and I don't see eye to eye, and you may be fine with dying down here, but I sure as hell am not. So at least not without a better fight than we've had a chance to give. I'm fine if we bypass the Sambat Temple and head straight for the area and at least see.
No, I think I'm with you, Claudius. I don't want to go into the temple. I think that's our worst mistake. I think the more time we spend down here, the more likely we're going to get caught. We just need to do what we need to do and get out of here.
Yeah, I know the Mimi said that the purple area was safe, but if we could just do this fast and get out, I think it would be best.
Well,
Especially
do
if
we
we're going to
want
have to figure out how to move a 50-foot stone.
I think we need to go and check on the capstone first
I agree.
and make sure. Because these
Jimmy-
things aren't awake, that's probably first objective.
Jimmy, do you have any input?
Not really. Like I said, sounds like a stealth mission.
All right.
We're not looking to wake these things up. We're hoping they're not awake.
And we're hoping to not alert any cultists that we are still about.
I'm
Yeah, I
hoping
mean,
that the
you said
cultists.
they were. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, I'm hoping that the cultists, and I point at that kind of line on the map where it seems to run diagonal, and I'm hoping the cultists stay in that section, towards their this half of everything. If they stay in that area, and that's a lot of area for them to have to spread out and be concerned with.
Sure.
I'm hoping that the capstone that they not interested in going over there. I'm hoping.
I mean, if they've already opened it, hopefully that is all that they decided to do at that point. But we can only know if we go, so
Yeah.
onward.
I just hope that
do
awake
this.
doesn't mean that they are still just getting restless and that not one has awoken.
We have no way of knowing.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
So, you guys are headed to Huston's, and then how are you getting to the?
So we're just going to continue straight.
So you're going to go down the tunnel with no light.
Yeah.
How are you going to provide light while you go down that tunnel?
I thought we had. Didn't we grab a
We
light?
have a bullseye.
You
lamp.
do. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page for what you're doing, because it does affect how you're going about it.
Yeah.
So I need stealth checks from everyone. These are pretty important.
I'm going out ahead of the group a bit again.
Okay.
And I have an extreme success.
I have a regular success.
So because he's ahead of you, everybody else gets a bonus die.
Ooh.
Sweet.
So because
Yeah.
Jimmy went out ahead and then
Nice.
got an extreme success, I'll let the rest of you have a bonus die, because he can kind of motion back for
That bonus die took
pass
me.
along information.
I got a regular.
That bonus die took me to an extreme success from a 24 to a 4.
Yep, the bonus die took
There you
me
go.
to an 8, which if I spend 3 luck gives me an extreme success.
Wow.
You don't necessarily need to spend that luck, as long as
Okay.
all of you succeeded.
Okay.
Aaron, you got a regular success, right?
Success, yep.
So the four of you leave Kakakatak's chamber. You turn right to go kind of northeast. Then you turn at that angle. Jimmy, as you get to the angle to go back to Huston's headquarters, you can see way down there, almost at the headquarters, group of cultists. So they are aware that there are dead bodies here. I just want to make sure you're aware of that. Give it a couple of minutes, and the group seems to disperse. They head towards the current excavation, and then of the other tunnels that you can't really see. There are 3 of them coming your direction, though.
I hold up my fingers that there are 3 coming. And I'm going to see if we can find a good place to hide in the shadows. Where either we can do an ambush when they get to us, or let them try and pass us.
The only way that you could let them pass you is if you went into Kakakatak's chambers. Everything else is pretty solid wall.
So we'd have
Okay.
to go all the way back.
It's either that
Yeah,
or we pick them
essentially.
off right now.
Can we do that quietly without alerting everybody else?
Do they look like they're armed?
Yes, they are. I'm actually looking to see what they're armed with. That's not what I wanted. It's like one of them has a lightning gun. The other 2 have those clubs with the teeth in them.
I tell y'all that's what they're armed with.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd recommend us pulling back into Kakakatak's.
You know, it's going to waste a little bit of time, but I'd rather do that than get hit by that lightning gun.
Me as well.
Okay, so just to be the other side of things here, if we fall back into that room, we don't have a way out of there. And if they come this way, and they'll have us trapped in there. So
Well, I mean, they're coming our way, so they would pass that room.
They're going to.
No?
I was just thinking, where's the generator that powers this set of lights?
Right outside of Kakakatak's chamber.
We could take it out.
Yeah, we could.
So take out the generator,
We'd all be in
Fire.
darkness.
fire
can
up
we
some.
rig up a booby trap on it?
Yeah, with the dynamite that Aaron has, he'd have to lose a couple of sticks, but you could definitely do that. It would force you into
I'm
darkness.
not so much worried about that.
Yeah, no, but that would force you into darkness for a chunk of the tunnel between Kakakatak's chamber and Huston's headquarters. But that, if you're okay with
Yeah.
that, that's fine.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure you're aware of it.
light sources.
Well, it's the light sources. My issue is Claudius kind of says what's to prevent anybody else from coming down after them once they hear that cacophonous explosion.
I don't plan on blowing it up. I mean, it's right here. We just turn it off.
Oh, I heard dynamite, so I was concerned that...
Yeah, there was
They're
a
gonna
question
be
about a booby
illuminated.
trap.
The booby trap, which we could take them out, but you're right, it would alert everybody else that something happened. They'll
We
just come
turn
running
it
this
off.
way.
Huston's headquarters should be illuminated. There will be light behind them, not behind us. We would then have the ability to pick them off.
Okay.
Sure.
Sound good?
Let's do it quietly, though.
Who's going?
Um,
I'm not very good with a ranged weapon. I'll go turn off the generator.
Well, I mean, if we slit their throats, that's going to be the quietest thing we can do.
Well, I mean, that's not what he was suggesting, but
Matt,
Oh,
you got
he-
something?
yeah, no, you're fine. I would need someone. Whoever turns off the generator is fine. But Jimmy, you could probably find a place to not hide so much. But once the lights go out, they're not going to be able to really see.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably easily hide,
And
get
wait,
close pretty quick.
that's
Okay.
my thinking. If the lights are out and we can see them and they can't see us, then we go a little quieter and don't fire firearms in a closed space again and create a ruckus.
Somebody go turn off the lights.
Does that require
So
a
you guys,
mechanics roll or something?
No, it
Okay.
requires you to turn a key. I'm pretty sure that's how generators work. If not, it's pretty simple.
Well, Aaron, you're the
Um,
one who relies mostly on ranged weapons, so why don't you flip the switch?
I'm the one that no. Dalphus relies on ranged weapons too.
He's got a machete though that I've seen.
I've seen him use it once.
Well,
Somebody,
I've
please.
never seen you use a knife
and
once.
I've got this, and pull out the bullwhip.
That's right. He's got a whip too. But you're
Couldn't get
paranoid
right.
and you're a little jittery. I don't need you accidentally firing a shot.
Just flip
So
the switch.
it doesn't matter who's shutting it off. We're going to go in initiative order, and I
Okay.
just need to pull that back up. Hold on. Those are the wrong people. Those are a totally different game.
Well, excuse you. This is Illuminated Page, wherein we play Masks of Nyarlathotep 6th edition for our friends using 7th edition rule set for the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game as published by Chaosium Incorporated. And
While we're talking about that,
we are a wonderful group of friends.
we've got some. Oh, that didn't work. Why did that not work?
I don't know. Did you make a friends command?
Oof! Ta-da! We got some friends I'd like to point out. Nerd Eye is a channel that's been around for a little bit, but they've just partnered with Third Eye Games to start showcasing Third Eye Games content and that kind of stuff. So you should definitely check those out. I don't know when they're going to start, but it should be coming up soon.
Sunday.
It's
And
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday, and
Sunday,
and
2
Aloy
p.m.
is
Pacific.
and Aloy is pretty involved in that. Who runs Third Eye Games? So I'm really excited about that. They're a good company. Aloy's a great storyteller. Definitely check them out. And then Call of Dice is actually going to be playing Masks of Nyarlathotep. However, they are a bunch of cosplayers from Norway, so you're going to get a different experience from them. And I'm of the opinion that, especially this kind of big adventure, it plays different for different groups.
Oh,
so
for sure.
I think it's definitely something to check out. They start on the 9th. I think it's 11 a.m. Central Time is when they'll be playing because, Norway and all that. But
Yeah, that would be
definitely
it.
check out Call of Dice. They're cool people. I've had some good interactions with them on Twitter.
I have
and
as well. They are
they're
good people.
they're pumping it up over there on their Twitter too. So
Yep.
check that out.
Yep, they actually one of them said that they really liked Jewel Rumtree, so that was
Oh wow!
Very-
Well, I mean, obviously
Who
they're the
doesn't?
best people, then, right?
obviously they're good people.
Like Jewel Rumtree.
Who doesn't like Jewel Rumtree?
A lot of people seemed to, I mean, real people in real life seemed to think she was very funny, but most people around her seemed to really not like her. Claudius loves her, and that is all
That's
that matters.
because they're just, backwards people from
She's an
the
acquired taste.
early area.
Claudius is also an acquired taste. I can't wait for you all to meet my next character. I think he'll be much more likable.
The world that we're playing in was just not ready for Miss Rumtree.
No. That's why
That's true.
That's why I'm porting Miss Rumtree into the world that I'm creating with Amanda. She will exist there in happiness.
So the lights go out, and you see 3 cultists head down your direction. They seem to be kind of moving quickly. Jimmy, I need a stealth from you.
That's the night that the lights went out at Kakakatak's.
Extreme success again.
Fantastic. So they kind of round that corner. They pass you without much of an issue. It is your turn to go. They are unaware of you, so you're going to get a bonus die to attack.
All right.
So go right ahead.
I am macheteing the guy with the big gun.
Sure.
So-
Just slit his throat quietly.
And let me double check my number on that. I got an 18. Oh, that's right on the line of my extreme success. My knives is 90. That's 18 for that.
Nice.
Guess they do. Oh, their dodge is crap. That's a good deal. So yeah, you definitely hit. You're gonna do. You got a machete.
Yeah, I'm.
So you're looking at 1d8
1d8 plus my damage
damage
for.
bonus.
I get a damage bonus.
Yeah, damage bonus.
So where's my d8 here? Okay, we'll go with those. That is going to be 9 points of damage.
Hold on just a second.
That's pretty solid.
No, that is actually going to be more than that.
Oh,
So you're going to do 8 plus 9 points of damage. It is an extreme success. That is considered an impaling weapon. So you do your base damage, whatever you could roll on your die, you do that, plus your damage bonus roll, and then whatever you roll again on your die. So you do 17 points of damage.
Nice.
yeah.
You chop his freaking head off. So you swing, cut his head off, and he like the gun drops. He melts to the ground essentially. Aaron, it is your turn. You also have a bonus die because they have no idea you're there.
Right. So before the lights went out, I looked at Claudius, reached in my pocket, and brought out my brass knuckles.
Fantastic.
Oh, do you have another pair? Because I have your other brass knuckles that Jewel had.
Oh. Yeah.
No, you're fine with having an extra pair.
No, he looks at me. He looks at me, and I pull out the brass knuckles, and I hand them to him, and I'm like, I believe these were yours.
There we go. I want to be a little more cocky, like, I can do things. I'm gonna run up to one of them and just cold cock him in the head.
Sure, go for it. You do have a bonus die, so go ahead.
Okay. Oops, that's not the right one. Where's the? There you go. Oh, I rolled a 10 on both of my die, so that's 17.
Hey, take it.
So that is a hard success.
Fantastic. Go ahead and do your damage.
That's 1d3 plus 1. That's a 5.
Okay. He's still up. After you is Claudius.
All right. Do I get a bonus die as well?
Yes. And what are you running up and attacking as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my machete. I missed though.
Wait. We're gonna do a reroll.
Oh, okay.
Good, that was.
Yeah. Spend those channel points. Woo!
I'm not gonna say it's for Roxy because I don't. Want to
Hey, you know what? That's a 3. So that's an extreme success.
What are you attacking with?
A machete. So I do not have a damage bonus, but so I get 8 plus 8 is 16.
Oh man, I almost dodged that. Man, I needed a 6 and I rolled a 7. So yeah, okay, that's fine. You did how much? 16?
Yeah, because it was an extreme success, right? I get the extra.
He drops.
Okay, cool.
The guy in front of you, Aaron, seems startled. He just got punched in the face, sees his two friends go, and he swings his club at you.
I'm gonna dodge. Ooh,
I got a hard success.
I failed.
I am
Ooh.
buying you a reroll.
Okay, you beat me to it.
Okay, that's better. I got a hard success on my dodge.
Okay, you dodge it. Dalphus, it's your turn.
Claudius.
I'll come up and swing my machete at the last guy there that just swung at Aaron. It's a 3. We got the bonus die, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I rolled a 3.
So is that a extreme success?
Yes, it is.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
I need a D8. I don't think I have a D8. I did not get... Wait, is this a D8? Yes, it is. Okay.
What kind of gamer are you?
I was like, I thought I didn't grab a D8 for some reason, but I have one. Okay.
Well, when we get our game room set up and we're all in the same room, we'll just fondle each other's dice.
It's a family show.
I rolled a 4, so what is that? 8 and 4?
Oh,
Yeah.
12.
Is that
12.
He drops. You just murderated these 3 cultists pretty quick.
You know,
That's the
whatever.
quietest.
All right. So you guys, you have 3 cultist bodies here. Are you just leaving them and moving?
Yep. We don't plan to come back this
Okay.
way.
Okay. You head the rest of the way to Huston's headquarters. You turn and go down the tunnel that stops. That the lights only go down part of the way, and then you are pretty quickly into the darkness. How are you lighting? Or you're lighting with what exactly?
I have a bullseye lantern.
Okay. So I will need a stealth check from all of you.
Okay. Solomon, give me a second. I need to roll my dice.
He's like, no.
21. 21 is
Got a hard success.
hard. Not a hard success.
I
Success
got a hard success as well.
Hard success at 21.
So everybody got a got success.
Yeah, mine's just a regular though.
So you make it down the rest of the way. We're gonna move forward because they're not even searching the tunnels that you're in. You get all the way into a circular room. Let me go find the actual description of that room. That would make more sense than just making this up as I go. Here's a hint, guys. I make a lot of stuff up for this game as I go.
I mean, that's what most GMs do, so no harm, no foul there.
Roxanne,
can
I
get...
don't know if you can see your image, but you've got like water in
I
the
know.
desert there behind you now.
I know, yeah, I think an animal has
Jacked
fiddled
with the curtain.
is jacked with the curtain. I'll see if I can fix it though.
I need all of you to roll luck.
Luck.
Oh. By the way, we never distributed those luck points from earlier.
We didn't. How did we want to split up the 30?
Yeah, you should do that before you roll.
Yeah, so 30 divided by 4 is 7 apiece, and then there's 2 extra. Who's the lowest?
I'll take the...
I'm probably still pretty high because I am a new character.
I'm at 62.
I'm at 72 before the 7. So
Oh, well then I will take the extra because I am at
yeah. For luck?
20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm at 26.
Oh,
For
yeah, let
luck?
him have
Yeah,
it.
then have
Yeah.
him.
He can have all
Oh,
the
yeah.
extras.
So 9.
Yeah.
So
I succeeded.
Now roll luck if you haven't already.
I rolled a 3.
Then you're
Fantastic.
good. That's
Okay.
Oh,
really
you're
good.
super lucky.
Well,
So you guys enter a room that has a deep shaft about 15 feet square that completely blocks the path. Lights show that no apparent bottom to the shaft. There's no way around it, although there are broken ramps and collapsed corridors around. The chasm is square and regular along its sides, plainly created and not natural. On your side of the shaft is a great shallow box, approximately the size of the shaft's mouth. There is, in fact, a hinge that's attached to. It looks like an elaborate latches along its far side. It looks like you can lock the lid down.
Okay, well, let's do that then.
Yeah. Let's try to figure it out and snap it back on.
So basically,
Okay.
it looks like we can lock this over the 15-foot.
Yes.
hole.
Are all of you pushing on the... Or who's pushing on the lid?
I'll
well,
push on it.
I suggest that we have like a rope tied to the end of it and push it. And how heavy does it seem?
Real freaking heavy.
All right, never mind then.
Yeah, let's just start pushing.
I'll do it. I've got strength and body.
So what's your strength?
My strength is a 75.
You're going to need some help for sure.
Yeah, I'll help.
Push. I got a strength of 60.
I'm probably
Still,
the weakest.
it's
Yeah, I mean, we can all push.
yeah. As soon as all four of you start pushing, it does begin to move, and then it quickly releases and drops. I need to roll a thing. That's what I figured. It doesn't automatically latch. So to latch it, someone is going to have to go across the lid and push the latch down. The latches look like they are not going to be a problem because they did move when it hit, but you're going to have to push it down and latch it.
I'll do it. I want it
Like,
done.
quickly, latch, get the latch.
All right.
I'll get on top of
you
it as well
roll-
to hold it down.
Oh, oh, that's bad. Can you roll a D3 for me, John?
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. That would be a 2.
Okay, so you get across the lid. You can see how the latch hooks, but it's going to take you a couple of minutes to get all of the latches done. Even if you had help, it's still going to take a little bit of time. As you kind of get started, all four of you hear what sounds like a train rushing by.
This is
Just
what,
wind.
this is what he said it sounded
whipping
like.
past your ears.
This is what he said it sounded like.
Then, John, you're kind of like got your leg propped up on the lid while you're kind of latching it down. You feel the lid take a blow. The rest of you see the lid lift just a little bit. And then you hear just this unearthly screeching underneath this lid.
Now, I was also standing on top of it. I know I'm not saying that
Yeah.
they couldn't push it open. Still, I'm just saying to let you know where I'm standing. So if I need to fall off of it,
Claudius is heavy enough that's
No.
what keeps them in.
that's not what I was saying. I was just saying if I need to
There's Jewel when you need her.
fall over or something.
No. It doesn't lift that high this time. But you also get the impression that even if you guys don't figure out a way to keep it closed, it's possible that these things could get through.
Yeah.
Something
Get the
opened
latches.
it before.
Get the latches.
All of us need to get to the latches.
I need all of you to roll dexterity.
Oh my god, I rolled a 3 again.
I-
That's an extreme
Oh, yeah.
success.
I
Yeah.
succeeded.
Yep, okay.
Succeeded.
You all
A
Hard
succeeded?
success.
regular success.
Okay. You get each of you gets a set of latches in, and you feel the hit again. So we'll say that you have 5 latches done, one from when John did the first one, and 4 more. And you feel the hit. Let's have Aaron. Let's have you roll a d4.
Okay. It's a 4.
4 of them popped back open.
Oh shit. All right.
So I need everybody to roll dexterity again.
I passed.
Okay.
Yep, good.
Pass.
Extreme success.
Fantastic. You get 4 more down. Let me see. I need Dalphus to give me a dodge.
5. What is that? It's going to be at least a hard success. Dodged.
Okay, that's good. Good,
yeah,
good.
so
Okay.
it's probably
You
better than
feel,
that.
you feel like you know what windburn feels like, right?
Yes.
Feel that on your leg as just this air comes flying out from underneath the lid right at your legs. Can I get you to roll a d4?
Ah! Fell on the floor. 1!
Okay, so as that air comes out, you feel the thing hit the lid again. Only one lock pops. Everybody roll a dexterity for me again.
The one on the floor was also a 1, so ha.
Nice.
That was a hard success for me.
Hard success.
I got Dex again. I got a hard success.
Yeah.
I did not pass. I will,
You want to
use a
reroll?
reroll?
I'll send you a reroll there.
Okay, that time was good.
Fantastic. Okay. It slams into it again. So you guys have 8 done. I need Aaron to give me a dodge.
Is a fail.
You feel a tentacle grab your ankle and yank you off your feet. Roll a d4 for me.
The cock. That's 1.
Okay. One of the latches pops as it slams into the lid again, and you are dealt 2 points of damage as you kind of crack down on the ground pretty hard. It didn't just knock you over; it essentially
Yanked.
cut out from underneath you. So your feet are above your head at one point before you hit the ground. Everybody can give me a dex check again. Aaron, you're at a penalty die.
Okay.
Hard success.
I'm good.
I failed.
I will give you a reroll.
Oh, thank you.
Failed.
Say you failed, Aaron?
Yeah, because with the penalty die, do I take the highest?
You take the highest.
I failed. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I passed.
Okay.
I dodged. Sorry.
And with my reroll, I passed on
Oh,
the
yeah,
Dex.
Okay, fantastic. You get the 12 of the 13 locks in place. It hits the lid again. The screeching is now finally starting to get to each of you. I need you all to roll a sanity check.
This is where I live. Oh, I passed.
I passed.
I pass.
I'm good.
Okay. So you all lose 1 as it really is starting to rattle you. It slams into the thing again. Roxy, can you roll me a d4?
Yeah. 2.
So 2 more pop. So what we're going to do is 3 of you are going to have to work on a latch. 1 of you is going to be able to assist the other people. I need to know who is working on the latches. And Dalphus, I would suggest you be the one that is doing the assisting because you have the lowest dexterity.
All right.
All right, sounds
So-
good to me.
So I would suggest Dalphus assists Claudius, just looking at your numbers.
That's fine.
That will give Claudius a bonus die.
Sweet.
Aaron, you're no longer at a penalty die.
Okay.
But go ahead, the 3 of you roll dexterity.
I'm glad I got that
Hard
bonus.
success.
Regular success.
Okay.
I got a 60 under 65, which is a success versus what what the other die was.
Nice.
Okay, and then Jimmy, did you succeed?
Hard success with a 27.
Okay, fantastic. So that last latch goes down, and you watch as this square turns. So like it's almost like the whole shaft itself has turned, and it only goes maybe 3 or 4 degrees around. But then it just stops, and then you can still hear the pounding and the screeching, but they both sound way quieter, and the lid doesn't seem to be taking nearly as much of an impact each time.
Wow.
So we just got it. Sweet.
I actually think this is a great time for us to take a break, Roxy. If you
Sounds
wouldn't
great.
mind prepping that break for us, we'll be back in 10 minutes. We're gonna stretch our legs, and we'll be back to say hi in just a second.
Give me just 1 second. I just had a thought, and I'm gonna throw in a soundtrack. That'll be a 10-minute soundtrack. And
Fantastic.
It'll just take 1 second, y'all. I appreciate your patience for just a moment. Pop. I think it's this one. That'll work. Done. Alrighty, and we are bye-bye for 10 minutes.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Illuminated Page. Hey, Greg, thanks for joining our Discord.
Yeah,
we
awesome.
really appreciate it, especially since you're all about the tentacles, and I don't mean that in a weird way.
All about the
Just in a
tentacles,
creepy
baby.
Cthulhu way.
Unless, you know.
But don't forget, you can join our Discord by just clicking on this link that's about to appear. I've got it, Rox.
Okay.
There it goes. You just got to click on that link. Come join us. We talk about stuff. We show off food. Shawn shows off an abomination of chili that has no meat in it. I don't know what that's about.
It was delicious.
I bet it was.
It probably was.
And just for
Roxy,
you, I'm going to give you some tentacles in chat.
Oh.
Yeah! But Greg came and joined us, and he's going to have a good time. So you can come over there and chat with us and hang out with us. Just generally be cool people over on our Discord.
He just posted today and showed off. He got, I think he got hoodies. If I'm not wrong, he got it like a T-shirt and a hoodie of all of our Growing Shadows merch in today. So he's
fantastic.
So yeah, he's been very good to us over in Growing Shadows every other Thursday. So yeah, thank you for being here, Greg.
Yeah, I must have missed that one, but I've been doing a lot of stuff today. It's been a day.
You're getting ready for a 24-hour stream. I don't doubt it.
Yeah. That's.
And you props on that, because I did 24 hours in person last year, and it took me like 3 days to recover from it.
Well.
Yeah, I did it. I did it a couple of years ago.
Cool.
I didn't do last year or the year before, but I've done it a couple of times before, and it's rough. It's just rough.
Was it Bear Taffy we watched like part of his stream?
No, that was Matt Zion.
Matt Zion, yeah, and he was like the last hour. Oh my gosh.
No, he didn't even make it. He stopped. He stopped at noon the next day. He was like, "Nope, I'm done." And that was just. I think that was. I don't even remember what. That wasn't for raising money for anything. That was. Let's see if I can do it. Let's stream for an hour, and every hour I'm going to chug a beer. And so I think he made it 17 hours in, and he played just like a crappy indie game for every hour. Like indie horror games.
If I chug a beer every hour, I will be asleep after 3. That's just the way it'll go. So let's not do that.
But yeah, no.
He looked like he was ready to cry, honestly.
Yeah, he's like, I'm never doing
this up this limit.
But yeah, so there is a link that just came up, Extra Life for Matt. I didn't know what hospital you were raising money for, Shawn, so it just says raising money for Children's Miracle Network.
Mine is going to Texas Children because actually my sister spent quite a lot of time at Texas Children.
Okay, fantastic. Well, I'll pop up his link too here. So Matt's is popping up for Riley, and then if you want to support Shawn's endeavor as well as part of the Space Cadets Extra Life team, that's his link there to tune in when he goes live at some point on Saturday.
And not to poo-poo on Shawn, because I've got actual fun incentives, and Shawn's just cool.
No, I've got incentives on mine. If you want to donate $100, you will get a hand-painted mini from me. $200, I will let you pick out one of the unpainted minis, tell me the colors you want, and you can totally customize it.
Wow, that is awesome. Roxy, that's just a link to his
Twitch.
To his,
you need the Extra
Twitch.
Life link, don't you? Well, I don't know his. I'll fix that. Shawn, shoot me a link.
Yeah. I've got some stuff. Man, now I kind of want $100 and make you go paint a mini for me.
No, $100 is I send you a pre-paint one that I've already painted.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
and I paint it.
If you want me to run a game for you and your friends, all you have to do is give me $200 on this Extra Life, and we will set that up, and I will be happy to do that. If you just want to play a game with me and random people I choose, you could do that. That's an option. And we do have a Star Trek Adventures game coming up. And if you want to rename an ongoing or like a reoccurring NPC there, that's an option too.
Ooh.
Plus, there's always the bucket o' luck for this game, which is pretty important. Right, guys?
Yeah,
you like the bucket of luck?
It was very useful tonight. Thank you very much to whoever granted us that bucket o' luck.
They're the smartest and the prettiest people that you've ever known, Roxy.
Who wear naked dumpling t-shirts.
Yeah.
You said earlier, you were like, when you were describing the polyp pit, you're like, there's no bottom. And I was like, here's a bottom. But anyway, enough about me.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. We're gonna get into the story. So here's where we're at. Okay, the lid has fallen. You guys are in a little bit of darkness. It's not super well lit in here. You realize now that you've got it all latched, that lid fell pretty loud.
Yeah, no.
That was my idea about the rope, holding it to lower it down, but then you just said it was super heavy, so I was like, we won't be able to hold it. It'll probably be worse.
Yeah. It just would have yanked you guys all off the ground. It actually says that if they try and use the rope, it'll just yank them off the ground, and then they'll be tossed and do a d6 of damage to each of them. And I was like, I'm not suggesting something where they all get hurt. That could kill Claudius.
Yeah. Bye.
No, it's gonna kill Aaron. I'm down to 3 hit points.
How many? 3
left.
Ah, yeah.
No.
Do I need to do some first aid on you real fast?
I got slammed to the floor pretty hard. If we have time, I would definitely appreciate a extra point.
I mean, who knows if it'll be successful, but I can certainly try. I mean,
Please.
The worst that could happen is I could kill you.
At least give me a hunk of your laudanum.
Oh, yeah, can I just give him some laudanum?
Still have to roll first aid.
Okay.
Laudanum
Does
is
anybody
not the
have
healing
better
potion of Call of Cthulhu.
Does anybody have better first aid than I do? It's only 30%.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, Dalphus, you're the doctor.
That's 45. I mean, it's a little bit better.
Hey, it's better than 30.
I want to show John. You see this roll?
I
don't want to mess my camera up.
Do I need to do a that was cocked?
No, it's a 1.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I will let you go ahead. Instead of rolling a d3, I'll let you roll a d6.
Nice.
Whoa. Nice.
Ace it, David. Ace it.
1.
Oh, come on. Yeah. I got 1 point.
Can I do a that was cocked on that heel roll? On the
Yes, you can.
on the d6, not the rest of it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Now I got a 6. Thank you.
Sweet.
All right, fantastic. Oh, it's the cat. I was like, sounds like somebody's right next to me. So, what's the plan? What's the plan from here? Where are you guys
real
headed?
quick. So since we already have the spoiler with the map, we were in what was labeled the polyp trap door.
Yeah.
Okay, so we still need to find out if is that the capstone?
Yeah, that's the capstone.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that it's definitely locked. There was when it turned, it essentially turned the whole shaft, and that is either some very high level like technological thing, or it was some sort of magic.
So what is this other area that is labeled polyp entrance then?
That's probably down the shaft.
That it is. Yeah, that would be down the shaft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We're not going down there.
Well, I was hoping it was a secondary entrance.
Oh, no. Yeah, and I think our best bet at this point is to crumbs, go back the way we came, maybe, because if they heard a big bang, the bunkhouse is going to go straight up through the Plaza of Blue and head here.
Well, and I agree totally, but what's going to keep the cultists from reopening this?
You don't see a way to open it. Latches are not coming off.
I think we took out the people that were able to open it.
I'm going out to the hallway to see if there's anybody coming yet.
And if we have any luck on our side, once they discover that the area that we just were, where the Yithian was, once they discover that it's gone dark, if they get the lights back on and he's not there, maybe they'll think that he's gotten out and doing things.
That's a hope. I say we tongue-tied, yay, talking easy. I say we beat it out of here, and on our way out, we rig that big generator that is just right outside, right in the entrance to blow, and hightail it out of here.
So do we want to go Plaza of Blue into the bunkhouse, or do we want to go back the long way?
I think
we
we're going
probably
Plaza
want to
Blue.
avoid the Plaza of Blue, because that's where there's a floor that's going to fall, and we don't know exactly.
No,
where.
I believe what I think, because Kakakatak said that the blue was relatively safe, but there was a big hole, and we just closed that hole that he was referring to. The place where the floor opens, I believe, was where we just closed.
Okay, is that safe to go with, Matt? Is that what we were understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kakakatak kind of explained it better what the Mimi had tried to say, and we got in disjointed
All right,
pieces.
that makes sense.
He said it was near there that the floor opened.
Okay.
So you guys feel relatively trusting?
Yeah, the only fear I have of the Plaza of Blue is that if they heard the sound of the lock, that they might be coming straight up from the bunkhouse and taking the shortest route into here, which would take them straight through the Plaza of Blue. That's my only fear, but if we're comfortable with trying to zip through there...
Jimmy, you're more adept at this kind of thing. What do you think the best thing? Do we take the shortest route, or do we head back and take a safer route?
We try the shortest route, and we see if we can even get there. But the longer we're talking, the worse it's getting.
Sure, well, do you want to... Can you peep down there at the Blue and see if you can hear anybody
let's
coming?
Go.
So if he heads south to look down the corridor...
Are you all going south down the corridor, or are you
sending
waiting?
Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy's doing
Moving,
point.
letting him scout ahead as we're going that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get stealths from all four of you?
Do we get a bonus again because he's going ahead?
Yeah. If he rolls a success, that's more than regular.
Hard
Yes,
success.
yeah.
We like it when Jimmy goes hard.
I got an extreme success. I rolled a 5.
I got a regular success.
Actually, it would have been an 85 if we hadn't got the bonus dice.
I have a hard success.
Okay, so you guys get to the Plaza of Blue, and it is just an open area. It looks like a lot of places, or a lot of the area around the outside of this plaza have fallen in some. So there's rocks, and it looks like the ceiling has some pits in it, and where stuff has fallen. But the plaza itself and the ground are all kind of a blue tint to them. You're not sure if it's painted that way or if it's dyed that way, maybe. As you're kind of coming into the area, you see a group of cultists coming from the tunnel you need to go through. There are what you guess to be about 10 of them. There are 6 of them carrying lightning guns, and then the other 4 are carrying pistols.
Is there a place for us to hide in this plaza?
Yes, you can definitely hide in the plaza.
I think,
So for
I think that's our
hiding,
best bet.
Yeah, I think we need to hide.
Yep.
All right, stealth or what?
Give me a stealth.
Extreme success.
Ooh. Come on, baby. Yes.
Regular
Extreme
success.
Yeah, just barely a regular success.
Yeah, mine was the same way. I actually spent a point of luck to get the regular success.
Yeah.
So half of the group runs past you into the tunnel, going in the direction you came from. Sorry, I dropped a die. No, I don't see
Which
it.
half? The half with the lightning guns?
No, they're kind of split evenly.
Oh.
So 3 of the lightning guns go north. The other 4, no. It's split evenly. The other group kind of slow down and take a look around the plaza. It looks like they're going to search it. They're not doing a very thorough search, but it does look like they're going to search the area. They are grouped up pretty close together, but they are headed in the direction you guys are at. And if they look too closely, they're probably going to find you. What do you guys want to do?
Claudius
I
is going to
motion to
stay
Aaron.
quiet.
I motioned to Aaron.
I start reaching into my satchel, pull out a stick of dynamite and a lighter.
Okay. You're
Or
just
not.
doing one stick?
You said the group is pretty closely tight together?
Yeah, but more than one stick's going to make a bigger bang.
Is this going
That's
to
what-
involve my throw?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
I don't suppose I can apply demolition to this at all. Oh, I see what Jimmy's motioning to me.
What's he motioning?
I'm gonna hand him off the 2 sticks of dynamite.
And I'll
Lighter.
throw it.
Okay. And you guys have a lighter?
Yeah, I
Oh
smoke.
yeah,
so
I have my dad's lighter.
Okay, fantastic.
Claudius
so,
has 2 lighters,
Jimmy,
too.
give me roll me a. No,
Roll you a
you
throw?
broke up there, Roxy.
Oh, I was just saying Claudius has 2 lighters too. He has one that's engraved from someone, and then he has jewels.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready with the lightning gun just in case.
That is a
Sure.
hard success.
Okay. Can you roll? I know where that answer is. Where'd that book go? There it is. I think it's 66.
6d6.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay. It's a
Dynamite
4.
don't mess around.
No, it's pretty serious. That's how it
That's a
took down
3,
a
so that's
freaking
7.
pyramid.
I apologize. No, stop. Hold on. It's
Okay.
40-10.
40.
Oh, 40.
All right.
That's good too.
All right. That is a 9, a 10, a 2, and a 5.
26.
6 points of damage.
So you get the dynamite in the middle of them pretty soundly. One of them dives as he sees it coming. So he's obviously seen explosives before. The other 4 don't. And they are eviscerated in this explosion. The other one seems to be clipped by the concussion, but immediately seems to quickly be standing up to turn with his lightning gun. Dalphus, go ahead and fire.
Hell yeah. That is a hard success.
He is going to attempt to dodge. He does not dodge at all.
These cultists are having a hard time.
He is actually at the 2d6 range, Dalphus. He's a
2d6?
little bit farther than the... Yeah, because it works at a different range. So it's 46 right up close. Then 2d6 and 1d6. He's in the 2d6 range.
9.
Okay. Oh, he drops. He's dead. So you just set off an explosion.
Yeah. Let's
run.
book it out of this room.
Yeah. I stand up and I start
Okay.
I start charging for the door.
So you're going to go down to the bunk. Are you going down past the bunkhouse and just
Yeah.
out?
Yeah, I mean that's the only way out, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. Okay. So you guys run. When were you guys supposed to be picked up again?
We're meeting them after 2 days at a location past the shelf.
Yeah, past the
Okay.
scarp. We have no
Okay,
idea how long
so
we've been down here.
Well, you guys have there's a watch or 3 between the 4 of you, I would
Sure,
expect.
but for some reason I
and
thought
you
you
have-
said that
you have
time
a-
moved differently here.
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. I'm
you
thinking of
have
another game.
the impression that you have been down here about 9 hours total.
God,
Okay.
it seems like we've been here for at least.
Yeah, at least 4 weeks. 5 weeks.
You run past the bunkhouse, out the entrance, and find yourselves in
He wants
not
to blow
pitch black, but
I was gonna say he wants to blow the generator.
Yeah, I was gonna rig an explosive on the generator.
right at the entrance.
Yeah, that big generator that was right at the entrance.
Go ahead and roll me a demolitions.
Yay! Finally, demolition. That's a regular success.
So you guys get out the generator right at the entrance. Aaron turns and starts setting the dynamite up to go off correctly. It is not pitch black. It is dark out though. It is nighttime. And you guys have another day and a half probably before you're going to get picked up. You move away from the entrance
I
towards
thought we.
the.
I thought the people
were
were waiting for us
yeah,
to come
they're
out,
waiting
and it was
for
going
us.
to wait for 2 days before leaving us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have to go back up to
Oh.
the scarp.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Sorry.
So you are that's not your fault. I misunderstood. You rig it to explode. You guys start moving back through the stones. And the generator goes off. The entrance seems to crumble. It's probably still able to be dug out, but anybody pursuing you is going to be a bit. I need someone to roll navigate.
Yay.
Yeah, I think that's it was Llewellyn Rankin that had navigate. Claudius couldn't find his way out of a leather bag.
It's a regular success. I rolled a 33.
33. Okay. You generally have an idea of the direction you're supposed to be moving. You walk that direction. It's a couple of hours of wandering around in the dark before you get to the edge of the scarp where you think you should be. I need everyone to give me a luck roll.
Yeah, that's not lucky.
I did
I got
well.
a success.
I'm good.
Yeah, I got a 21 under a 79.
Fantastic. So the four of you kind of come around the scarp and find it looks like they've all but camouflaged the trucks and their little camping area. You only notice it because there's a slight glow from like burned down coals that they've got their tents pretty close to keep warm. Because it's not cold, but it is chilly out here. It is, while it's summer, it is also the desert, so like all the heat didn't get trapped, it just went away.
I see him ahead.
As you kind of approach the camp, a man bull rushes into Claudius and knocks him over. Then you realize it's Mackenzie, and he looks startled and immediately begins to apologize.
Good.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Christ,
No.
man. Oh, do I take any damage being attacked by
No.
this man?
No, he just kind of roughly hits you, and then that's when you see that Dodge stands up from the back of the truck. He had a rifle pointed at the four of you the whole time.
Who gave Dodge a gun?
Good heavens. Who else? Oh.
Hey, man, put that thing away.
Could you see that there were four of us? And that four of us went in and four of us were going to be coming out, preferably?
When you say something, you see that Dodge has like a band. His shirt is open and he has a bandage across his chest, and there is blood stains on the shirt.
What?
And then you look at Mackenzie, and he has clearly been shot in the leg.
Oh my
Mackenzie?
God.
Yeah,
Happened?
we are aware there were
only.
we are aware there were only four of you. There were only four the last time they came on us. I wasn't sure.
Fair enough.
Okay, well,
So was it
let's get out of here.
Occultists before that ambushed us before?
They must have sent out a patrol or something.
Okay.
They didn't just have spears this time; they had guns.
Well, there probably won't be any more anytime soon. We kind of buried the entrance when we left.
If that's where they were coming from. Either way, I think we should gather up and head out. I think we've all been out here plenty
Okay.
long.
It is time to go.
Mackenzie is moving pretty okay, but it's clear he's in a little bit of pain. Dodge is moving around like a giant baby.
Well,
It is the worst thing in the world that he's been hurt at all. Dalphus, you check the bandages just to make sure that everything's fine. It's a bad cut, but it's not that bad. It's probably uncomfortable.
would you like me to sew it
but-
up for you there, Professor Dodge? My mom taught me how to, hem my own jeans. I
I'm-
suppose I could help you out.
I'm sure once we get back to Port Headland, there's some sort of doctor there that will be able to make sure that I'm not left with a terrible scar.
Can
Well,
I
you don't want
pull-
that to
can
be
I-
effective, though.
Can I give him laudanum? Can I just put it in his face?
Yeah,
All of it.
Yeah.
Once.
I give him a slap
Well,
on the back.
don't
Like,
kill
hey,
him.
I don't want to
today,
kill him.
you've earned your stripes on this one. You're becoming a real archaeologist, son.
Stripes, Dalphus. He's got a stripe. That's funny.
I just turned
It's a
into
couple of
Hey,
minutes.
And guess what, Dodge, old boy? The women like the scars.
Oh yeah.
It's a couple of minutes
That's what
to
you're
for
into.
Mackenzie to tear down the tents, and then he and Dodge hop up front, and the four of you kind of hop in the back of the truck and start to slowly make your way back to the trail and back to Concudgery.
We're headed back.
There's
I pull
nothing
a
else
flask
in
out,
all-
take a swig, and pass it over to whoever's sitting next to me.
Fantastic.
I will.
There is nothing else in Australia, so this is a point where you guys need to have some conversations in game on what you want to do next.
Shanghai.
Spin those points on our character sheets.
Yeah, can we improve?
Actually, why don't we go ahead? So before you guys do any improvement rolls, let me get back to that spot where I was at that I needed.
Yeah, I
But
think
I'm
we had
not
already
anywhere
decided
near
we
now.
were going to Shanghai next, right?
Yeah, it's the closest one.
Yeah.
So I need you guys to roll a d8.
I don't know
Oh,
if it's good or bad, but I got an 8.
I got a 1.
Let's.
That is absolutely hilarious, Aaron. This is what you're going to get back in
I got an 8
sanity.
as well.
Oh.
Nice.
I got 1 point of sanity back. Great.
Roll a d3.
Okay.
You'll gain that back in sanity as well.
So a 3 is 2 points.
Yep.
Yeah. Then you'll gain 2 more points on top of that.
Awesome.
Yay! I got.
It has.
I got
It has.
a 3 too.
I don't
I got
usually
3
do
points.
this, but like there are multiple you succeed at these things and you hit 3 of them of the 5.
Nice. I'm back up to 30 points.
My sanity and luck are both 69 now.
Nice.
We're giant children. So
Are we gamers?
Or are we dancer?
you guys drive a little bit for that night. It's slow going, and maybe 2 hours into the drive, Mackenzie finally says we need to pull over and sleep. I think we're safe enough away. I didn't see any vehicles out there.
Okay.
That sounds good to me.
You guys set watches and sleep, and then it's the better part of a day back to Concudgery.
Do we get any
And then
health
it'll
back
be
for that sleep?
Yeah, you'll all get 1 back. Right?
Dang.
I think that's right. And then you guys, you've got an 8-hour train ride from Concudgery to Port Headland.
Can we sleep again?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
If you
get
want to sleep
enough-
that night in Port Headland, once you get back to Port Headland, Dodge books passage back to Sydney.
Oh,
Like he gets off the train, goes right to the dock. This has been great. I really appreciate it. It was very interesting. I'm definitely there. I'm gonna make sure to write a paper, and I'd be happy to publish it with your name on it as well, Dr. Hardgrove. But I definitely want to get back
What
as long as this is still fresh in my
What
mind.
about the
Our
rest
names.
of us? What I think our names. I think Hardgrove, Rumtree, Lockhart, and Sheridan, with some help from Professor. What was your first name? I don't remember. Dodge.
Well,
Parentheses.
Professor Dodge is obviously the principal author as he's writing it, but yes.
Well,
yeah, he's also the principal author of
also,
Bean.
I are all 3 of you also archaeologists? I thought that you
I
were
don't
just.
Please
think
keep
at
my
this-
name off of it.
At this point, I've done more digging than I believe you have, good sir. So I think, yeah, I think I'm
Oh,
an
well.
archaeologist.
I'd be happy to take any notes that you have on the interior.
I'll be sure to pass them along to you.
Excellent.
Yeah, just
We'll
wait
drop
for
those
my
off in
memo.
Sydney, and I will be happy to incorporate those. And he bolts for the boat.
What
He's a baby.
a yellow-bellied coward that son of a gun is. Dalphus,
Yeah, but
are
he's-
all your
but
friends
he's-
this way?
He's going to take the credit for everything that was done, too.
He is. That's why I said our name should be on it, whether or not we're the archaeologist in the group.
Well, we're not doing this
for
for
us.
glory.
What'd
In
you
the
say,
end, he
Jim?
waited for us.
Oh, no, I think
That's all I
Mackenzie
needed.
waited for us. Dodge didn't know how to get back.
Yeah, Mackenzie
Anyway.
definitely earned his paycheck.
Anyway, in Port Hedland, I'm gonna. If we're there, I assume we are not going back to Sydney. We are gonna head straight up north to Shanghai, I assume. Correct, gentlemen? I do not wish to spend any more time on this godforsaken continent.
Will we be able to get a passenger ship from Port Hedland to Sydney?
Bet I
Or do we need to
can.
go-
I bet I can.
A roundabout way, yes. It'll probably go Port Hedland to Singapore, to the Philippines, or no, probably Singapore to Hong Kong to the Philippines to Shanghai.
Are any of my Samson and Yarrow vessels? Are there any trade ships coming through that might have some
Ships that you
crew rooms?
would employ, but not the ones that are only employed by you. Meaning you've
I see.
probably got shipments on some of them, but not any of your specific ships.
Well, is there a liner or anything that we can book?
Once you, so you're going to be traveling rough between Port Hedland and Singapore. Once you hit Singapore, you'll be able to get on a liner
A better
without
liner?
an issue.
Okay.
So basically,
fine.
this port is too small
Sure.
for them to have any real boats like that in here.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to be, I don't mind traveling rough, but I mean, if we could just take a little extra time, maybe heal up and get something a little more comfortable, I think we might be better prepared to take on whatever Singapore is going to have.
Well, the issue, Aaron, is that I don't think we can get anything more comfortable out of this port. If we can take what is available to us here and get to Singapore, we can get a nicer ship there.
The other option is once you get to Singapore, you could just stay in Singapore for a week.
But I think we probably aren't going to find anything nicer here in the Outback. It would have been nice if the Mimi had contacted us and just, said
Thanked
goodbye.
us?
I wouldn't be so presumptuous as to expect them to thank us, but I mean, we did help them out.
A little bit. I mean, I didn't see them getting wrapped around with a tentacle and getting slammed into the capstone.
So,
How is
Hardgrove,
your
I
butt, by
assume
the way?
while you guys are staying the night at Concudry and in Port Hedland, you go through the manuscript you found.
Yes.
Right. Towards the back, there's a sheet that doesn't match the other ones.
That means you should
It's
have
just
two
a
extra
slightly-
hit points now, Aaron.
Do what?
You should have two
No?
more hit points now. You should be
No,
up
I'm
to
back
5.
up at full health.
Are you?
So
I got 6 points on the first aid roll,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the 2 more points that we healed. Yeah, I'm back up to full health.
Never mind.
so the paper quality is just different. It's not necessarily worse or better. It's just different. It describes in detail what Huston has to do on January 4th, 1926, at the particular moments, and it relates all of the functions of the statues in the Purple Temple that you guys didn't go to. It also tells about the mind controller and how it works, about the lightning guns and how they can discourage or sometimes kill flying polyps, and how by Nyarlathotep's grace, Huston was able to hold the Yithian forward through time. He wasn't, in fact, in stasis. He was yanked through time.
Wow.
So you have a pretty solid idea of what has to happen in Australia. It mentions that the other two places will also be following these some similar instructions on Grey Dragon Island and at the Mountain of the Black Wind.
Well, we pretty much shut Australia down, though, right? 'Cause, I mean, Huston's dead.
Hypothetically, they still have. I mean, so you're looking at you're just at the cusp of May. They have another 7.5 months. They could still get somebody down here to take care of it.
So the
Yeah, we didn't.
the
We
date
just-
January 4th is when all this is supposed to go
24th.
down.
24th.
14th.
Oh, I thought you said 24th.
14th.
14th. What was the year? 1940.
26.
26.
26. Sorry.
So yeah,
which is the next January.
If you relate any of that to us, Claudius would say. So we haven't necessarily stopped it. We just locked the door for a minute. And if anybody else down there knows what to do, I mean, hopefully these instructions may have been the only copy. How confident are we that that's the case?
But now that we know what to look for in the next location, we can destroy the key components and they won't be able to complete it.
Well, that would be nice. That would be nice. But where is Grey Dragon Isle?
Well, with a name like that, I'm going to start with the assumption that it's probably somewhere where we're headed.
Oh, you think it's Chinese?
Well, of course, yes.
Either way, we can
Because
find
you already
somebody
know that-
local that can give us a better idea.
Sure, and you already know that the Mountain of the Black Wind is in Kenya. Jewel
Right.
has it written in her notes. We still have that painting of it?
No, it was sent back somewhere.
Okay.
I think we sent it
Sent
back
to
to the
Miskatonic.
university.
Oh, the university. Well, I say we make our way onto that ship, gentlemen.
Agree.
Let's go.
Fantastic. So let's talk about a couple of things. First, we're going to do advancement. So anything that you've marked that you succeeded on, go ahead and roll to advance that. Normally, I wouldn't do this on the stream, but like
We have what?
we need to get it done before you can move on.
Yeah.
So the plan right now is to go from Port Hedland to Singapore and rest in Singapore until everyone's all the way healed up. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe make some gear purchases if we need them and do any kind of restock.
And for
Absolutely.
advancements, we try to roll over the current one.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So do we roll on
And-
dodge? Succeeded on dodge, or does that just stay stagnant?
No, you
Oh,
can
you
roll
roll
on it.
when you succeed on dodge.
Anything you succeed on, it goes up.
And what do
And
we
what's
roll
that?
for how much we add?
D10. The only ones you don't roll on to see if they go up are Cthulhu Mythos and credit rating. 7th edition credit rating is pretty static. John,
Yes.
go ahead and gain back another 4 sanity as well. While there is a part of you that is disappointed that you had to kill your father, because that's family. The rest of you knows it had to happen, and that the world is better off because of it.
Well, there's a good one.
Thankfully, most of the ones I succeeded on are pretty low.
Yeah, I had quite a few like that as well.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, I have
My
been trying to
cult
give you
navigator
guys
went up.
diversified skills to use so that you can raise some other stuff. Whether or not that'll be helpful in the rest of the adventure, we'll see.
So far, so good.
Sweet.
I rolled several 9s for my advancements. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, for dodge, I rolled a 1 for my advancement.
That sucks, but it's something.
Yeah, that does suck. Yeah.
Oh, hey, can't forget first aid. I just did that one.
And you
Oh,
were
yeah,
quite,
first aid's real
Oh, I
important.
did
quite
first aid on
successful.
2. I gotta advance that. Stealth just went up to 70.
Now, we don't get it on, like, any of our sanities or lucks, right?
That's correct. Although for only $25, I'd be happy to give you 30 more sanity or 30 more luck.
Nah, I'm pretty swole up on luck.
I just got first aid increased by 10. I'm up to 50 on first aid.
Nice.
Not bad. I actually got to go up and brawl pretty decently. First aid. Listen, I went up by 1 point.
I had one.
Psychology, I went up by like 7 points.
I had 5.
Demolition up to 67. I'm good.
I had 5 go up by 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, my psychology is now a 67, and my spot hidden is a 64.
Nice. Once you guys are done with advancing the stuff that you did need to advance, choose a skill that you did not have a chance to roll on at all, and just roll a d3 and add it to it.
Oh, sweet. Ooh, what do I want it to be?
Ooh,
I'm adding 2 to my navigate. So much better.
I think for me, it's swim.
Yeah, swim might be important. Swim's a good call.
You know what? That is actually a good idea.
I don't like the sound of that. I didn't want to do swim.
Because I'm not saying that Grey Dragon Island is a thing.
23
It's
points.
an island.
No, again, on the D3, if I roll a 6, that's 3 points, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I guess
Well, I
I'll put
also-
it in swim too.
A
I
little
also
better
sent
than
you guys all a visual in the group chat of the flying polyps in relation to the Yithian
They're
and
pretty
the human.
gross. They're pretty gross because they do have a size scale thing in the book.
Oh, that's actually pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that it's called a flying polyp.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
should
that would
give
be
you.
a bad vision.
I mean, I'm like, I've heard of like sinus polyps and nasal polyps.
Kind of looks like one, just really big.
It looks like it came from the top of a cave and just fall on you.
Yeah. It reminds me of Ed Ren and Stimpy when he would show you his collection at the end of every episode.
Yeah. Ugh, God. That cartoon. Oh. Claudius is far too refined for such plebeian enjoyment. I really thought Claudius was going to die at some point tonight.
How much were we adding to the one that we didn't get a chance?
A D3. That D3. It's not a lot, but just a little bit of a bump.
Just a little bit of a bump.
Makes me a little more. I'm happy I got brawl. That way I don't have to shoot
Can't
everything.
ask for more than that, I guess. Is there any way to increase your initiative?
To up your dex, not really.
Besides, you're too old. Aren't you're the oldest, aren't you?
Yeah.
My character is younger than I am in real life, so don't say he's freaking old.
Well, he's the oldest of us. You're 40.
A couple of weeks ago mentioned in my normal gaming group that Angela Lansbury in Bedknobs and Broomsticks sure is old. Only to find out that Miranda, who was in my normal group, is the same age that Angela Lansbury was when filming Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Wow.
Yeah, she wasn't that old.
But she has a matronly feel to her in that movie.
In everything she does.
I was going to say her entire career.
Yeah. Well, that's not true, because in the original Manchurian Candidate, she has a weird sex kitten thing.
And the court jester. She was pretty awesome as the princess.
Okay.
I don't know that one either.
Yeah,
old Danny
she's actually
Kennedy.
really good in the Manchurian Candidate.
Mm-hmm. It's been a long time since I've seen that, though.
I think everybody thinks my character's just old because of the artwork.
I mean,
I think
they thought Bobby was Jimmy Stewart too, and Bobby was like 22 years old, but his artwork looked like he was 45. But yeah, your artwork does make you look like you're at least 50. I think Jewel just liked to pick on you about it because you were just a little bit older than she was, so she's just that kind of person. And then
I just thought you
Claudius,
were old because you're slow.
Claudius is just condescending. I mean, if we're gonna get real about it. Claudia,
Why am I slow? Like my dex, because my dex is lower and I'm the last initiative. What is your dex?
My dex is 80.
Dex is what everything is based off of.
No, I mean, what
Dex
is
are
everyone
for
else's
initiative.
dex?
mine's 65.
75?
65.
No, mine's 60. So Claudius
I
and mine
sent
are the
y'all a
same.
picture
I mean,
of
yours
what
is only
Angela Lansbury looked like in The Court Jester.
Yep.
Oh,
What is your move rate, Claudius or Dalphus?
Move rate. Let's see. Where's move? Oh, 7.
Yeah. So yeah, he and I are the same. It's just the beard.
You
that
just
makes
happen
him look
to
older.
have. You just happen to have a lower dexterity, and a lot of the characters, the cultists, are physical builds and not mental builds at all.
Yeah. So they
So-
go way faster, and so you
I mean,
tend to go-
I didn't build this character to be physical. It just
Yeah.
Well, that's why you're slow.
And so
It's
you're not
nothing
slow where it counts.
right.
oh,
I'm definitely doing okay and keeping my sanity.
Yeah, I mean Claudius is doing all right. He's a little low, but I kept my sheet is kind of a madhouse because I kept crossing off the wrong, like I cross off that instead of my luck.
Yeah, I've got to print a new one out with all the new updates. 'cause
Yeah.
it
Holy
is-
bejesus! I just saw that picture, and I not at all what I was picturing about these flying polyps.
I mean, you guys didn't really see them, so I wasn't going to send it to you until you saw them. But they are
They're
hideous
huge and
scary.
gross. Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah,
so-
I'm glad we did not run into any of those.
Also, if you had seen them, it might have been the end of Aaron,
Oh god, yeah.
because like the sanity loss for those is pretty rough.
I was surprised we didn't lose any more sanity when we were on top of this the capstone trying to get it locked down because that was like
No, it just didn't make sense. You knew that something scary was down there. Until you see it, it doesn't make sense. But you can lose 20 sanity from seeing a flying polyp.
yeah that would have finished me at that point.
Yeah.
I would have had 5 sanity left.
Well,
that would have been
You're still
according to the
sane
game,
then, yeah.
you are technically sane until you reach 0.
Yeah. So
yeah, but that's been
that
a
was-
major break, and I'm already paranoid enough as it is.
Well, I mean, anything for you at that point is a major break. It doesn't take a whole lot, really.
No, it doesn't.
So, all right. So you guys head to Singapore.
What the heck was
Sorry,
that?
that is my alarm to give Mama Cat her medicine.
Oh,
So, do we have a moment while you talk? I can still listen to you. I need to give her medicine. Okay.
Go give her a medicine. That's good.
You can talk. I'll still be able to hear you, and
Yeah.
you'll actually see me walk behind John. So,
So you guys settled down in Singapore for a couple of days. Everybody should go back to full health.
sweet.
I assume, unless you guys are really, really down. But I think Claudius is the one that's taking the most damage. And
Yeah, and
you're-
I was
you're pretty
back at
close,
I was back at an 8 after the sleep in Port Headland. So I only
8
needed
out of
3 more
how
points.
much? More. Okay, yeah. So you guys can stay a night on the boat, or a couple of nights on the boat, and a night in Singapore, and everybody should be healed back up. Singapore is a different city. It's British at this point in time, but there's very important like disparaging.
Discrepancies?
There's a discrepancies. Thank you. There's clearly a British and European area, and then a not British and European area.
Well, I don't speak what they speak in Singapore, I promise.
Yeah.
Unless they
So-
happen to speak Mandarin there, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know that my German is going to help us in Singapore.
Yeah, what do they speak in Singapore?
I
Singapore.
don't know.
would be
I'm actually
Mandarin.
looking that up.
Cantonese?
Shouldn't it be? Because it's Cantonese. It's going to be the mainland.
Yeah, I think it,
I can speak Mandarin a little bit. I have a warehouse in Shanghai.
Malay. They speak Malay.
Okay. That is
That's
not
interesting.
Angela Lansbury.
No, but so the grandmother from The Ref, the movie The Ref,
Never seen it.
she was also in that movie.
Okay.
And that's her right above it from Court Jester.
Sure. Thank you. You don't.
You're welcome.
This has nothing to do with anything we've talked about. Just
Yeah, it is. This is all
We had
Angel
time.
Lansbury
David's not in the
related.
chair.
yeah, but David
Yeah, we
can
got
hear
time.
us, and he can probably even speak.
So,
Yeah, I'm right
Yes, he's right here, guys.
David, you spend time. I assume you spend that time looking through the manuscript. Some.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I figured.
Cool.
Just wanted to make sure before I read this to you, and then you're like, "Oh no, I'm good. Never mind." So the manuscript walks through. Dr. Huston's ideas of human perception and the nature of reality. The universe, Huston establishes, is so relative that no sane human can imagine it. In self-defense, humans teach themselves not to see evidence of this, but some truths seep into consciousness through what we understand as dreams. As you read through this, I do need you to roll a sanity check now that you're sitting back down.
Okay.
Then I'll need you to roll 3d10 after that as well.
So basically, it's us saying you got to be insane to perceive this.
Sanity is good.
You'll lose a d3 in sanity even
Okay.
after succeeding.
All right.
Yes. So basically, everything that you perceive is just not anywhere near what the truth of the universe is, and to understand the truth of the universe, you cannot do that as a sane person.
And what the 3d10? You need me to total those up or just each?
Total them up.
12.
So you'll gain 12 in dreaming. It's a new skill. Then you'll roll a d10. And that will go into dream lore. So basically, from reading this, what you're beginning to understand is, one, dreams are malleable by the people having them. And it's an exertion of your force of will, but also the skills to wield that. And that through dreams, it's very possible you guys have been manipulated at some point or another. So the four of you, I do remember giving at least one of you some weird dreams.
Jimmy
It's possible.
had weird-
Yeah, Jimmy had weird
Yeah.
dreams.
It's possible you've been manipulated by that.
Interesting.
Also written in there is a small case study of how Dr. Huston found a disciple who wasn't just your run-of-the-mill cultist who believed. Someone who actually could bring others to the cult. And he manipulated that person into killing his own parts of his own family through his dreams.
Oh, and okay. So this might be Jimmy's dad.
Sounds like. What was your dad's name?
My dad's name, let me find it here really quick. Quentin Sheridan.
Quentin.
Are you conveying... Oh, yeah. Quentin?
Mm-hmm.
Are you conveying all of this information to the rest of the group?
Pretty much. Yeah. I may not let them decide if they want to read some of the other insanity-inducing stuff on their own, but definitely the part about Jimmy's dad, I'll tell him what I found and say that it was Huston's doing, and he was manipulated through otherworldly means and such.
Just means I'm in this for the long haul.
It also means that we don't have a loose end and we don't have to track down some disciple.
Well,
If the other three of you want to read any of this, you can. To get any of the dream stuff, you absolutely have to. But if you read the dream information to get those skills, that's where you're going to have to roll for sanity.
Claudius has little to no interest in reading anything else. He lost enough when he read the manuscript before. He's fine.
Sure.
Aaron, while he's a believer in this, he has no desire to Or just
You don't want to understand the universe?
no. I want to forget as much of this as I can.
Claudius is still struggling with the idea that there are deities at all. He has long been an atheist, and this is just... If this is what gods are like, no wonder. No wonder he doesn't want to believe in any.
About you, Jimmy, did you want to read it and understand the stuff about dreams?
Nope. No, I've had enough exposure. It's like, as far as my character is concerned, you don't dive in. That's how you.
Sure,
That's how you
makes sense.
drown.
Makes sense. Makes absolute sense. Perfect. So you guys spend your time in Singapore. How long do you want to stay in Singapore?
We'd have to stay at least 3 days for Claudius. Well, I don't know how long the boat ride up here was, but I'd say stay.
It's a couple of days on the boat from Port Hedland to Singapore, and then probably another night will get you healed.
Okay. Is everybody else healed now?
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing that we need to do in Singapore, correct? There's no clues that we need to track down.
Not unless
I
we
think
want to just... No, not at all. No, Shanghai is our destination.
Right.
And that's
Singapore just happens to be one of the big ports in the area.
So I can
That's
get
why
us,
you guys are headed there.
I can get us a nicer boat between here and Shanghai, which is not a long trip, I don't believe, but I'm not sure on that either. But
It'll be a few days.
I can book us a better passage if we need it, and then if we want to send updates, Claudius is going to send something from Singapore to New York, and another to what is the city? Of course I didn't write it down. I believe it's in Ibiza, though. He's going to send something to Ibiza.
Okay.
So he's going to send 2, whether letters or if there's telegram that he can send. Telegraph.
Ibiza sounds right to me from what we talked about.
Yeah, I believe
previously.
Ibiza. Yeah, in Spain.
So a couple of things. Hey, Roxy, could you toss up handout 13?
Give me a second to find it.
Sure.
Remember, I don't
And
have
I'll
any
also-
in here.
What now?
Remember, I don't have any in here.
Well, then never mind. If you don't have them in there, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal.
Because I can.
So you
I can
remember
find them.
No?
I can start finding them. If you talk through it, I can swap them out.
I'm not going to worry about them tonight. It's not that big of a deal. So you remember the picture of a yacht? It was clearly a Chinese junk called the Dark Mistress. You have a photo of that?
Yep.
And then you have a matchbook cover from the
Blind
Stumbling Tiger bar.
Stumbling Tiger. The Blind Tiger's in Shreveport.
And that is the only, as far as I know, other than there are notes about Kenya, from Kenya, that Nails Nelson might be in China, and supposedly knows the location of Jack Brady. I believe that's all that you guys have.
It is. It's just the matchbook that was on somebody.
That was on Elias Jackson.
Yeah.
Elias.
Let's see here. I do have here. I can pop up number 13 here. Let me fit to screen. So yeah, there is the Stumbling Tiger. And yeah, everybody should be able to hear us just fine. And then what was the other one? I actually don't think there's a photo in the 6th edition.
Yeah, so there should be a photo. It should be the next one of a yacht, Dark Mistress, number 14 in the 7th edition.
Okay, let me
I don't
see.
know, or in 6th edition. I don't know what it is in 7th.
I don't have the
that
7th
open.
edition one. All I have is the one from the original one that we were working on, and it doesn't actually show the photograph. It just describes it.
Okay,
So that's
then,
up,
yeah, we don't need
it's
to
up
worry
there right
about
now.
that.
It just says blurry and grainy. It shows a large yacht at anchor surrounded by Chinese junks. Only part of the name of the yacht is visible. The first 3 letters are DAR. But yeah, in 7th edition, which I'll load up some of those, but I didn't know which ones I should
Sure.
have access to and shouldn't have access to. They actually have a photo now in 7th edition.
Awesome, because that's helpful. That's real helpful. So yeah, you don't have a whole lot of leads in Shanghai. It's just something to keep in mind. Although from Singapore, going to Kenya would not be that big of a difference.
Sure.
It would be a difference, but not terribly bad. And you do have a name, Joseph Kenyatta, for Kenya. I'm going to look to see what the other, because you have a couple other clues there too.
Well, now we also have the other lead that we have, that we think we have in Shanghai, is the Grey Dragon Island.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. So you have, you know that you want to go to the Mountain of the Black Wind. I think that's pretty solidly correct. You know that you need to meet Joseph Kenyatta, or I'm sorry, John Stone Kenyatta. So you at least have a place to go and someone you know you need to talk to. There's also a note you found in the Juju house and in Randolph Shipping about a shipper in Kenya, or in Mombasa. Is it Mombasa?
Yeah, I think it's in Mombasa.
Yes, in Mombasa, Aja Singh. There are also, actually, I take that back. I'm sorry. There are also notes, Jackson Elias's notes about who he talked to. So there's a whole list of people he talked to, and about the cult of the Bloody Tongue that definitely does exist.
Okay. And that's in Kenya?
Yeah.
I mean, Claudius will mention to him, he's like, I would not be surprised if we get to one of these places and there's another cult that they're just calling by some other random name that we're going to find in Shanghai. And based on Jules' notes about some of the places that you went in London, I think we should be prepared for anything when we go to this Stumbling Tiger.
So, I mean, are we sure that Shanghai is the place to go? I mean, yes, there's something for us to do there, but it seems like, and I'm rifling through my own notes, that Kenya might just be where the heart of all this is going to happen, and if we stop it there, that's it.
Question. The map that was on the wall in the throne room of the Bent Pyramid, it had the rubies in... Was one of the rubies in Egypt?
Let me
or was the ruby
go pull that
in
up.
Shanghai? Or somewhere in... I know it said it was somewhere in Australia, somewhere in
On the
Kenya.
wall to the right of the throne is a distorted map of Eurasia, Africa, Australia, and the Western Pacific. Blah, blah, blah. An elongated triangle is formed by 3 uncut rubies, respectively marking points in the East China Sea, Central Kenya, and Western Australia.
Yeah, so Claudius would circle the one that's in the East China Sea. There's something else out here.
Right, and I'm betting that's where
part 2 of this trio is. Sure, and that's why I think we need to go there. If we can cut 2 legs off the... I agree, being that there's a painting of this mountain, or the messenger of the Black Wind and all this stuff, and you all have interacted with so much more, but we're already on this side of the planet. I think not going to Shanghai would be remiss. In fact, if out of character, I can say part of the reason that we chose to go to Australia was because Shanghai was close to it, and we could do both while we were over here.
Yeah. My thing is, honestly, we're looking at a situation where we're just starting to get a grasp of what's going on. None of us even knew about Nyarlathotep having a daughter until just now, or just recently.
Or a baby.
Yeah, you know what I mean. A baby, daughter, what? But the thing is that I feel like the next step, if we're going to get whatever knowledge we have to face this thing, I don't want to just run headlong into, Kenya and just be going to our deaths. If we can get something that can help us fight this, or even help us weaken it.
The way that I see it, friends, is we know from Huston's notes, and from Kakakatak, when he spoke to us, Hypatia, we know that Huston was still alive. We've heard rumor that Jack Brady is still alive and is in Shanghai. We seem to be under the understanding that Hypatia Masters is not only alive but pregnant with Nyarlathotep's child, and that Mweru is also alive. So we believed, we have no idea where Pinhu was. I don't remember. We know that we have a letter addressed to Sir Aubrey, but I think if we cut as many heads off of that original party, that's going to benefit us at the end. I've played. I see a future where there will be video games in which you have to kill all these corporate mini bosses and then that damages the final big bad at the end in such a way that it makes the fight easier.
I mean, this is going to be probably a distasteful opinion,
Just don't
but if we just kill Hypatia, doesn't that just put an end to all of this?
I don't know.
If we take out Nyarlathotep's daughter
But
or child,
but that's the thing. We don't know where Hypatia is, and what
I'm
if she's in
betting-
Shanghai?
You're right.
I think we need to take out as many key elements of this ritual as possible, because we don't know what sort of backups they have in place.
Let's just do what we can. Get the knowledge we need. Find a weapon before we go to Kenya. Or whatever.
I have a question for you, GM.
Yeah.
From what we know, and this is me not remembering very well. Sorry, I heard a noise. Sorry, it unsettled me. Jack Brady, he did not go into the mountain, though, or into the pyramid, did he?
You're positive that he did not go into the mountain
And he
or
came,
into the pyramid.
and he was the one who was like, they went in, they did not come out, and then after they came out, they were different.
Yes.
Okay, so...
But he may have more information
Sure.
that would be helpful
as
well.
And that's where Claudius is from the little notes that we have, friends. We don't know that Jack Brady has been affected by... I mean, he's probably insane to some degree like everybody else is, but we do not have any evidence that he ever interacted with Nyarlathotep like the others did. He was the one
That's
who
correct.
raised... And I think he's... And the letter from Pinyu is looking for Brady. And it felt like... I feel like it was tying up a loose end. I'm sorry.
The information you have on Brady is that his loyalty was to Carlisle,
Right.
out of friendship and like a life debt,
Right.
and he didn't like the idea of the things that were going on to begin with.
Sure. So I think we might be able to find an ally in Jack Brady if we can find him in Shanghai.
Yeah, that's a big if. Shanghai, from what I understand, is not exactly easy to find someone.
Yeah, I get that. I don't think finding the city under the sand was going to be super easy either out in the outback, but we found it.
It's almost like someone's guiding our steps.
Yeah, it's almost as if we have some grand architect leading us about, telling us where we need to go and introducing us to people who give us information about where to go.
Someone who keeps all of the secrets of the universe.
I mean, someone might indeed call them the keeper of our steps or something along those lines.
So Aaron's going to be like, basically our choices are going into two different areas where we don't have a lot of leads, but our general feeling is that Shanghai may be a little safer at this point, since Kenya might be the harder things.
Well, there's that, but I also think it's just closer, and we might as well go while we're over here. And I mean, if Shanghai turns out to be a bust, if we go to the Stumbling Tiger and nothing happens, then we get on a boat and we head. But it's going to be...
The other thing to keep in mind about Shanghai is that Kenya is British, but not what would be considered at the time civilized.
Can't be any worse than...
whereas Shanghai is British and civilized. It's called the Paris of the East, and the New York of the West. Is very much a quote-unquote modern city in the most part. There are still a lot of slums where a lot of the native Chinese are kept, but the Chinese have been forced to embrace European culture and dress. So it will seem familiar-ish. You're still going to deal with a lot of Mandarin and Cantonese that you may not understand, but most people will speak English, if not also French and German. So, that's something to keep in mind. There's a lot to make it easier.
So Shanghai might be a little bit easier than heading straight to Kenya.
Yeah,
all right, Aaron's for going to Shanghai.
Okay. I think it gives us more opportunities to rest up and have... I feel like Shanghai, obviously it sounds like it's going to have places for us to stay, ways to communicate, gather resources, whereas if we go straight from the rough to the rough, if we go from bush to bush, we're going to have an issue.
Yeah, because given our history, cities have been so safe.
Well, sure. The Outback. Hush up, Matthew.
I don't know what you're talking about. I actually think that's a great place for us to kind of end tonight.
I think you're right. I think that's smart.
I also need to retouch
bush to bush is always a good place to end.
I knew there was going to be a bush joke.
I kept it to myself.
I know.
I stopped myself. I didn't do it.
Somebody had to make. We're 10, so we have to make the bush joke.
Of course. I also need to reread the Shanghai chapter because I don't remember exactly what's in it. Because I only touched on part of it. Because by the time we got to that, it had been a long campaign.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember from the other campaign, I think that group got more leads to take them to Shanghai in Egypt, I think.
They had that, and then they also went to Kenya first before they went to Shanghai. So
yeah.
We've got me streaming all weekend. I will be starting at 7 p.m. tomorrow Central Time with Solasta Crown of the Magister. I'm having a lot of fun with that. And then I'll be playing all night. So if you want to see Xbox games from more than a decade ago, this is the place to do it this weekend while I play probably some Fallout and Mass Effect. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yep.
Anybody want to watch me play Mass Effect?
Also, I've got a
Star Trek game that I really want to play.
Now? I said as long as you do everything I tell you to do so you can get the best playthrough ever. I had to watch Levi play Mass Effect, and I was like, me and Amanda were just sitting there going, no. and
I'm probably going to pick up where I was, and I don't remember where that is. I think I just beat a giant worm thing inside a case or something.
Okay, that gives me a starting point. I can figure out where you are and what you need to do.
So I'm gonna be playing a bunch of stuff this weekend. I know that on Saturday there's gonna be some Jackbox games and some Among Us. So that will be fun. On Tuesday we will be back as always with Tones of Isolation. Vampire the Masquerade: The Night Road has gotten interesting. What we thought was going to be a quick in and out ended up being a pretty interesting information.
It's like a campaign.
It's a really solid story. I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit, and it's a nicer way for me and another person who don't find a Vampire the Masquerade very interesting. It's been a very good way for us to learn more about the lore and the different parts of that world without having to touch any of the game books.
Well, and I've played a lot of LARP for vampires, so that was always a reach for the top to become Prince.
Yeah.
This is very much a lower rung story, which is great. I love that aspect of it.
Vampire the Masquerade was my introduction into role-play games, so I'm glad that you guys are getting to enjoy it some.
Yeah,
now we know what's wrong with David.
Back in the 90s, there was a coffee shop we used to go to where they would LARP Vampire the Masquerade.
Yep, that sounds about right.
See, all the first time we walked in this coffee shop, we were like, what the?
And then on Thursday we'll be back with Growing Shadows. It's a Ninja Crusade game.
Yes, tune in.
If you have time on Sunday at 2,
Butts.
Nerd Eye, right? Nerd Eye?
Yep.
Yeah. Nerd Eye. Will be Friends. There we
There
go.
you go.
Nerd Eye will be live on Sunday, and then Call of Dice will be live on Monday. So you should check those out. Call of Dice has been doing some nice like promo work for their stream,
Very nice.
and their cosplay is seriously on point. And I like the little splashes that I showed you one of them, Roxy. Like the little splashes are really.
They
good.
look really good. They're like little character. They're like character reveals. So if you're a fan of like Saving Throw Show and their wild card stuff where they do character reveals leading up to like new seasons and stuff, or new campaigns, it's very similar to that, and it's very, very good, very, very solid.
And we may steal some of their ideas for the Star Trek game because I think John, Roxy, and I both like that concept. So this Monday
for Call of Dice. Call of Dice
this Monday? Oh, yes. Call of Dice, yes, this Monday, but it's like 11 a.m. because they're in Norway.
The thing we were talking about, Matt.
I'm sorry. I was like, what are we doing Monday? Oh, no. What
not
am I
us.
supposed to...
Not us.
Good.
No.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thanks, guys, for coming out, and we will be back tomorrow. Or I'll be back tomorrow.
Yep, we'll see. There's actually a Matt Plays thing, and I don't... If I could type, I can't remember what the command is. It's not that either. Is it Matt? Is it Friday?
Matt Plays D.
Matt played... No, I don't remember what it is, but I have one in there for you, I think. Talking about Celeste. Guys, just come back tomorrow night when you get the notification. If you follow and you ring the bell, it's gonna tell you exactly when we go live, sooner than anything else. so thank you.
What she's saying is you can ring our bell.
Ring my bell, ring my bell, ring, ring, ring my bell.
Nope. I don't think that we have one. I don't see one in Nightbot.
Then I lied.
See?
I just flat lied. I am so sorry.
No.
But yeah.
Look, you've given me the vapors.
Whoa.
Well.
Maybe I don't know what that means.
You need some Tums?
It means I'm going to faint from the vapors. That's how upsetting this all is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll figure it out.
Vapors.
Only if it's raining men. Well,
yeah.
You know. We can make that happen. But yeah, so thank you all for being here. I'm gonna run our before Matt says something or explodes because he can't say something, I'm gonna run our outro, but we really appreciate y'all being here. Have a wonderful rest of your Thursday night and a wonderful rest of your weekend. Please join us for some of the extra live streams.
Night.
And we will see you when we see you. Good night.